Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all was in here. I was in here
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to Trade Genius Live. I'm your host and the brand ambassador of the Edge Fund Prop Firm, Trend Genius, and we are in here on a Tuesday, second day of the trading week. So, 5-0 was playing a whole bunch of games last night. But yeah, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody had a good evening and all of that type stuff. Let's get in it and let's go. T. Pruitt, good morning, my brother. V. Brewer, good morning. Blunt Machete, good morning. PT702FX, good morning. Let's see here. Sneehall, my sister, good morning. C. Dub, good morning. Mr. Cologne, good morning. Yeah, 98. We got 2 more left to hit the 100. Sin, good morning. CG, good morning. April, good morning. Todd, good morning. No Love, good morning. Bodovan, hey, hey, hey. Happy Tuesday, trading fam. What's up, Ty? Top of the morning, Latoya. Jerry Jack, a.k.a. Mr. Payout in the building. Good morning. Serena, good morning. Let me put out my other little post. Where are we at? Right here. Yeah, 5-0 was 5-0 was on one last night. I blew that account. I kept taking it and kept taking it and kept taking it. And of course, once the account was blown, then it goes. Yep, that's the nature of trading. That's how it goes. But I knew it was gonna break. Actually, that's actually my fault because I took it when it hit TP8 and I held. Don't ask me why, even though I know better. It is what it is. That's trading. I ain't trip. I did not trip at all. I just had to just kind of always grateful to be here. That's what's up, Ty. Chrissy, good morning. Happy Tuesday. To Telly, good morning. Good morning. All right, y'all, let's audit our feelings. Everybody one word me in the chat. How you feeling? I'm about to start putting mine in the chat. Let's see here. What's my good word that I can put considering everything that went on last night? Oh, you want me to curse her out? V-Bro, you like that, huh? I'm starting to get, no. I'm starting to understand you like that. All right, let's see here. That's too funny. He said, by the way, could you cuss Janelli out real quick and get her in here? All right, I'm gonna send it out for you right now. Ooh, I can't even let y'all read this one. This one was pretty rough right here. All right, sent it out. I sent it out. V-Brewer, yeah. Oh, you guys wouldn't even want to read that one. You'd be like, dang, Trent, you wild. Yeah, I let her have it. T. Pruitt said he's feeling blessed. Blum Machete said good. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Let's see here. Music YouTube, calm. Chrissy said hungry. April Lambert said practicing. V. Brewer said smarter. Latoya said ambitious. Laser Focus Mind said ready, set. That's what's up. LOL. V. Brewer. It's cool I blew my accounts last weekend buys when Trump made the tweet on Truth Social. Oh, well, yep. Yep. V. Brewer at work. Watch, she gonna pop in just a sec. Watch. I think if I'm gonna hold 5 Wild Trail, yeah, that was just stupid on my part. There's no excuse. Like that's why I be telling y'all. That was no excuse. That was just dumb. Dumb. Literally, just dumb. Got it sitting right here on my little card. We talked about it. Like, why would you not take profit at TP6, TP7, right? It was up like $1,500. Why not? Why would you not? Right? Once again, that's how I be. That's how I be. Yeah, she said she hungry. C Move said fantabulous. Lo-fi day trades. Let's see here. Little heart, that's what's up. Serena said patient. Sen said feeling great today. No love said eager. I like that. Benjamin Cologne said delighted. That's as happy as a juggalo with a gold Fanta. See, move, wow. Regina Beck said, good morning. I blew my 5-0 account last week as well, just paper trading it this week. Bettina Mayor, buenos dias. That's what's up. You changed your picture. I like it. Oh, you ain't got the picture on there where you whipping some butt. That was a picture. That was the initial emoji, just to let you know, like, you mess around, you're going to catch these hands and these feet. But yeah, that's what's up. I like it. I like it. Dope. Let's see here. Okay. Cool. So we audited our feelings. We got 60 viewers, 26 likes. Let's get the likes up, please. That's all I ask. And let's go ahead on to right. Trust me, Bettina, I know. That's why I was up there. You're like, yeah, you mess around, you about to get these hands and these feet. You see this? What would really be cool if we could put like a video on our avatar, right? Have like a video avatar. You know what I'm saying? And they could have seen you putting hands on the Edgar Martinez, good morning. Tutelli said good. They would have seen you putting hands on the mitts on your coach, on your trainer that day. I'll never forget that video. Cry 357, Grand Rising, JoJo World, good morning, peeps. I blew my account also, revenge trading. Jazz Rich, good morning. All right, cool, y'all. Let's go ahead and get to it. We got about 7 minutes before the market opens. So let's move this over. So. Let me just get this news website up real quick. Yeah, I wasn't tripping. It is what it is. That's what happens when you don't follow the rules. You don't follow the rules, you're going to pay for not following the rules. There's no excuse. So there it is. That was just stupid. That was just dumb. Literally on my part, that was just dumb. Like, there is no excuse. And that's pretty much how I'm at. Where you at? Look, morning, my people. See, V Brewer. I think now, V Brewer, I think she just waiting for that. I think now she's like, I'm not gonna jump on. I'm gonna let Trent come here and talk reckless to me, and then I'm gonna jump on. I'm kind of like, I'm understanding like the little flow now. I'm getting it. It's like she waiting too. Too funny. Good morning, Trinelli. Good morning. How are you feeling? Oh, she know. V-Brewer, she know. New here. Good morning. Hopefully I say this right. Markayla? Hopefully I say that right. Welcome. Glad to have you. Welcome to the Trade Genius Live. For real. All right, y'all, let's get into it. We audited our feelings. Let's go ahead and I'm going to screen share. Let's get into the news. And then we will go from there. All right. Bam. All right. So y'all know we had CPI today. And then we got Fed Chairman Warsh testifying at 7 a.m. So that's the red folder news for today. For us, for United States, we got some red folder. This is the Bank of England. Governor Bailey speaks for Britain. So I don't know what's going on with that, but it's some red folder. So nice, Markayla. I'm glad I got it right. No, not true. I'll be getting ready to jump on. Whatever. You be waiting for me to. You be waiting. You already know. You probably be looking at the chat and like trying to see what we talking about. And she's like, yeah, Trent about to message me, and then I'm gonna jump on. We trying to make no excuse. Benjamin Cologne, I see a pattern. I'm blessed to see another day and be here with the awesome group of people. That's what's up. All right, cool. So like I said, news at 5:30. We have Fed Chairman Warsh speaking at 7. So we'll be mindful of that 7 o'clock news. I don't know what that's going to be about because he's testifying. So can't answer question on minimal trades. I did something dangerous. I put the beta of macOS Golden Gate on my MacBook Pro. It's so fast and so much better. Bleep boop. He said bleep boop. That is hilarious. You're going to have to hit me on the side and let me know the significance of doing that, Mood, when you get a chance. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and I'm going to jump to the 5-minute. Let's go ahead and check our daily buys for the day. All right, so let's go ahead and mark it out. Y'all know what we're doing. So anyone that's new here, this is a little cheat code that we do to get an idea of what price action we may see in New York Open. So what we're doing is we're marking out the times from last night. So we're marking out 5. Just follow along. I'm on Pacific Standard Time Zone. I'm in LA. So mark your time zones according to your region. All right. So I'm marking out 5 to 9. And then we're marking out 11 to 2. And I'll explain. All right. 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. So that's 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. last night and 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. All right. So what are we doing here? This 5 to 9 p.m. is a portion of Asia session, not the full Asia session. It's a portion. 11 to 2 a.m. is also a portion of London. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to see if London took out Asia highs and or Asia lows. All right. So first thing we have to do is we have to identify the highs and lows during the Asia portion that we just marked out. So highest point Asia went would be here. Let me move this over. All right. So highest point Asia went is here, where you see the little dotted line. That's my high and low indicator. And then the lowest point Asia went in this time frame was here. All right, cool. Let's correspond that to London, to the London session that we marked out. So highest point London went would be here. Lowest point London went would be here. This little right here, this little white line right here. So what does that mean? London took out Asia highs, but did not take out Asia lows. And because of that, we look for the market to be bullish. Now, this is just a bias. We're not married to the bias. We don't trade off the bias. It's just a gauging point just to understand what we may see when New York opens. So what we do know is a lot of buying pressure, right? From about 8:20, right? A lot of buying pressure, price consolidated through here and continued on bullish. And we had a little pullback to this reversal zone. Let me open this up. So that means what? We have a lot of liquidity down in here, right? A lot of liquidity. Liquidity meaning stop losses from all of the traders, that all of these buyers that were in trades last night. Some are still holding, some are possibly even trailing their, they got a trail stop up. They're trailing their trades. So what I'm kind of thinking, market just opened, that price will come down and then possibly go back up. But we'll see. We'll see. Let me jump back to the 1 minute, and price is inside this reversal zone. Come on, indicators, let's rock. There we go. All right, price inside this reversal zone. So let's see what we get. Am I on the right? No, I'm not. All right, cool. There we go. All right. So let's see what we get. I'm on micros, y'all. Pretty much that's all I trade. Especially during the day when I'm day trading. There's only one strategy I may trade minis, and that would be our overnight strategy during our members only stream. That would probably be the only, that is the only time that I trade minis. I recommend everyone trade micros. Everyone. No one on this call should be trading minis, period. Micros, why? Because you get to truly assess your risk and also make a, how would I say, make a, you'll be able to make a conscious risk management decision. Because when you trade micros, you have the ability to trade, multiple micros, which of course, if anyone doesn't know, 10 micros is equivalent to 1 mini. So with that stated, if you traded 5 micros, then of course, you bring your risk down, right? Once you measure your risk, you may need to scale down to maybe 3 micros, right? And every 1 micro is a 50-cent tick value. So if you think about that, if you're trading 2 micros, that's a $1 tick value. So what does that mean? That means, like I said, you get to truly maximize your risk as well as maximize your leverage. So 1 mini doesn't allow you to do that. 1 mini is a $5 tick value and a $20 point value. So let's see if we maybe can get a DSL. If we do, I'll take it. So let's see. Let's see what we get. DSL would be conducive considering price structure and everything that went on last night. Even though I know the bias is bullish, but as I stated, there is a lot of liquidity down here because we have a lot of buyers that were this is a 530 candle. This is our news candle. I just realized that. News candle's crazy. Wow. Wow, that's a pretty strong news candle. So we can only say that the news must have been the projected outlook on CPI, of course, definitely was hit or was above projection. So, but let's see what we get. Volume's kind of low at the moment, but let's see. Let's see. Absolutely, microgram for real. The breakout was Chef. What's up, my sister? How you feeling? We got market structure. Look at my sister Sneehall. She's like, we got market structure. We just waiting on That's funny. C-Dub. All right. We may have. If this candle can hold, then we'll have our fair value gap, which would be right here. Let me open this up. And we will place our entry right here. But this candle has to close first. We have to make sure that this fair value gap is legit. So we'll see. We'll see. Do I think price will get all the way down here to this daily? I don't think so, but I'll probably take some partials along the way. Let me see here. So we have 10 seconds. High is 733, and this is 832. Oh, that's 100 points. That's 400 ticks. All right, so I'm gonna set my entry right here. That would be a sell limit, and I'm gonna go in on, let me see, because 400 ticks, yeah, that'd be 800. Let me go in, let me be smart, and going on 3 micros. 400, that's still 600. Yeah, I'll go in on 3 micros. Stop loss will be right here. That'd be a buy stop. So entry is 733.25. Let's see here. Actually, it's 733.50, but my there we go. Tapped in. So let's see what we get. I think I'll take partials here and leave a runner. So that'll be a buy limit. And let's go here. And I'll take confirm too. And see what we got. So this is the this is the daily strat. If anybody was wondering what we're taking, some of you guys know what it is. Some of you guys have traded it before. And for anyone that's new, this is what it's called. It's the daily strat. Basically, it's a trade based on market structure and fair value gaps. So we'll see what we get. We'll see what we get. Just make sure you're sizing correctly if you're taking it, because this is almost 100-point stop loss between entry and stop loss. That'll be 400 ticks. So just keep in mind that 400 ticks, right? Just keep in mind. So understand what your tick value is. If you're trading micros, remember, every micro is a 50-cent tick value. So just keep that in mind. Every micro is a 50-cent tick value. That's why I said everyone should be trading micros, because it's easier to manage your risk and it's easier to manage your leverage. Of course, if you're not over leveraging, then you're managing your risk. So that starts with the amount of units or contracts that you're going with. So let's see. So I have with 3 micros, $1.50 tick value. So let's see what we get. That $1.50 tick value, think about that. That means every tick is $1.50. So let's see what we get. Boom, boom, boom. All right. We're going to let that cook. While that is cooking, let's see here. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Doesn't mean anything if the London low is lower than Asia high. The London low is lower. No. All you're looking for is London to take out Asia highs and or Asia lows. That's what you're looking for. It has everything to do with what London does to Asia. It doesn't matter where Asia is. It only matters for the sake of knowing if London took out Asia highs or Asia lows. See, Moody. Let's see here. So a few of those, very nice. Got to step away for a few minutes. No worries, Serena, take your time. Let's see, on only trading minis on the 5-0 and the rest is micros. Got it, absolutely. Dolphin Swimmer, hello. Markela, what indicators are you using again? I am using, I'm using 4 different indicators. So I'm using swing high, low support and resistance by Pattern Smart. This one, that's those dots you see on that's the swing high, low, these blue dots and these white dots. That's the swing high, low indicator, gives you the swing highs and lows. That's this right here, swing high, low support and resistance by Pattern Smart. I'm also using volume weighted average price. That's this yellow line you see here, VWAP, volume weighted average price. And let me see what else. I am also using FVG, Nephew Sam. Those are these fair value gaps that you see. These here, these green boxes. There's also red ones when price is going bearish. Fair value gap, I'll go back to that. That is, let's see here. Right here. So that will be fair value gaps, or FVG, Nephew Sam. The way you get these is just go into the search box and type in the ones that I just stated. A list will populate here. And then if you click the star next to it, it'll favorite it. So this is my favorite list that you're looking at. So FVG, Nephew Sam for the fair value gaps. Swing high, low support and resistance for the swing highs and lows. Volume weighted average price for the yellow line that I showed you, that's VWAP. And then this one right here, simple moving average, that would be this blue line. That's the SMA. Simple moving average. And everything is pretty much default. The only thing I changed was like the colors. So that's the indicators that I use. That's the only indicators on my chart. These pink lines, these are lines that I put on my chart. These are my targets. To find these, I have a channel. I have a video on my YouTube channel called Finding NQ Daily Levels. Just watch that, and that'll explain to you what these are. And let's see here. There should be some other blue, like this blue line, this pink line. It'll show you what all the blue and pink lines are. So just go watch that video, and it'll explain that in its entirety. All right. So with that stated, let's go ahead and let's get to main screen and let's jump into, I think you're missing one on your favorites. Oh, see Moody. I'll get it there. Got it. I like your setup. It helps break it down better for me. Thank you. Absolutely, Markayla. No problem. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. We got 78 viewers, 40 likes. Let's get the likes up. And let's go ahead and jump into question of the day. All right. So question of the day today is, what is position sizing and how do you calculate the right number of micros, MNQ or NQ contracts to trade? We just were talking about that. Funny how we're just talking about that. So what is position sizing and how do you calculate the right number of MNQ or NQ contracts to trade? Very, very simple, but definitely something that I know some people may struggle with. So we'll get into that. It's not hard at all. So I'm gonna give y'all a good breakdown. We do it all the time in our members only session. We do it pretty much every night, based on the way that strategy is that we trade. So we have to do it. You should be doing it for every trade. And yeah, real simple. I'm just pulling up my notes real quick. Right, I know, right, Canary? Right. Yeah, right. I was like, we just got done talking about that. So yeah. So let's see here. Where are we? Did I do this? Am I in my right batch? Yes, I am. So it's funny how, it's funny how, and it just go to show you how these things work. Seem like every time that I'll say 80% of the time that we do question of the day, tip of the day, whatever, it always lines up with whatever's going on the chart. It's funny how that just kind of tends to happen. It's a trip. So, but yeah, if according to the strategy, stop loss is big, then select MNQ with 3 to 5 contracts. That's definitely one way to do it. In short, protect your account, first aim, then making money. You calculate with the risk reward tool. I love it. See, we took the DS. Are we doing a 15-minute banger? One strategy at a time. Let's focus on, if you took the DS, then let's stay in the DS. And if we're in that, we're in that. You can't take both. You know what I mean? So absolutely, sis. That's called alignment. Yeah, C-Dub. If we're in one, then we rock one. If you didn't take the DS, then you can take the 15-minute banger. Now, if you have another screen where you can pop that open and you want to take both, then yeah, of course you can do it that way. But because we're in this trade, I'm just going to focus on this one right now. Let me see here. Let me take a look at that. You know what? Let me look at the 15-minute time frame. Let me go back to screen share real quick, and then we'll jump back to question of the day. I just want to see what's going on the 15-minute time frame. Okay, so in order to have a 15-minute banger, this candle has to flip bullish, but we don't want it to because we're in the DS. Oh, so the 15-minute banger is invalidated. Yeah, no 15-minute banger today. Both of these candles have to be going the same direction. So no 15-minute banger today. So there that is, just that quick. All right, cool. I don't know why it's taking so long for my indicators to pop in. All right, cool. So let's jump off that. No sense. I don't like look. Y'all know ain't no sense to look at our trades. Once we're in a trade, it's going to do what it do, and then that's it. All right. So, position sizing. So when you think about position sizing, you're thinking about your units, your contracts, and your risk, right? Risk meaning the amount of points or ticks between your entry and your stop loss. So today we have 102 points. And how you convert that to ticks is, there's 4 ticks in every point, right? 0.25, 0.50, 0.751, right? 4 ticks. So 4 ticks in every point. All right. Now, with that stated, once you calculate, it's easy to calculate this. So the way you do it is, you see your entry point is 29.73375. We see stop loss is 831.50. So real simple. So the first two numbers you don't really have to focus on unless, of course, they're different. But because they're both 29, we just need to focus on how many points is it from 733.75 to 831.50. So we know it's about 100. It's actually like 98 points, roughly, right? 98 point, what is it? It's actually 97.75 to be technical. 97.75. So you do 97 times 4, right? That'll get you your ticks. So what's that? What's 97 times 4? 9 times 4 is 360. 9 times 7 is 28. So we're talking about 388, roughly 391 ticks, I think exactly to the tick. All right, so 391 ticks. So now that we know that, right? Once we know that, what is the next thing that we need to do? We know 391 ticks. Now we can go very easy. You can go into your trade or your order menu. And as you see, whatever amount of contracts you put in, we're on micros, it gives you your tick value right here. So it's very easy to calculate that. Very, very easy, very simple. Like I said, 1 micro is a 50-cent tick value. So then you just kind of just add from there, right? 2 micros, $1. 3 micros, $1.50. 4 micros, $2, right? And then what you do is, you know it's 390, we said 91 ticks, right? So at $1 tick value, that's what? $391. So you know your risk is $391. That's pretty fair, right? I think that's very doable. If you have a 25K account, 50K account, I think that's doable, right? Now, if you went 5 micros, hypothetically speaking, that would be a $2.50 tick value. So let's do the math. 250 times 391 ticks. We already know on the $2, that's 600, right? Actually, a little more than that, but I'm saying just on the $2, it's like 600 and it's actually 760 something dollars, right? That's kind of extensive. You ain't got to even finish the math on that. Do you really want to have a $700 risk on a 25K, 50K account, or even on any account? Just think about that. So what made me go with 3 micros is I was like, okay, $1.50 tick value to me makes more sense for the amount of risk that I'm dealing with, for the amount of ticks, meaning the space between my entry and my stop loss. I want to make sure I keep that cool. I'm on 50K accounts. I'm copy trading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13. So I'm copy trading 13 accounts, right? Now, it's not the fact that it's 13 accounts. It's the fact that I don't want to stress my accounts out with no $600, $700 risk. I don't have to do that. That's why I like trading micros, because with micros, you can scale down. You can't scale down when you're trading 1 mini. You're locked into that 1 mini at a $5 tick value. $5 tick value means a $20 point value. That's way too much. So if you did the math, if you was in minis and you did the math on this and you had 380 something ticks times 5, right? You already know you're over $1,500. It's ridiculous. Why would you over leverage like that? That's why I do not recommend trading minis, especially because 95% of the people on here are new. And it's not even about new. I've been at this for 2 years, over 2 years, but I'm still micro gang all the way. You can eat off micros. I've been eating off micros. You can eat off micros. Don't look at it like it's just $1.50. Oh, no, don't look at it like that. That's the wrong approach. You're not focusing on what you shouldn't be focusing on that. You should be focusing on your risk. How much am I risking? That's what you focus on. You don't focus on the tick value. The tick value is what's going to allow you to do the math to keep your risk, you know, how would I say, in a doable, you know, it's going to keep your risk doable for your account. Remember, you always want to protect your capital. If you're having $700, $800, $1,000 risk, that's not protecting your capital. You're just wilding. And if trading is your business, then what person runs their business frivolously, right? Because that's what that would be. So when if you know every trade you take, there's a risk involved with that, right? Make sure you scale down and keep your risk, you know, where it needs to be, meaning something doable. 50K account, I'm trying to keep it no more than $400 or $500. That's where I'm trying to keep it. That's doable. $500, 50K. What's the percentage on that? Y'all let me know. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. So that is the ideology. That is the concept behind what is position sizing. That's position sizing. And you have to be the one to do that. And you do that for every trade. Now, I know when you're new, it takes a little bit of time because you got to figure it out. But I just gave you the cheat code. Real simple. Now, of course, as you do it more and you become repetitious, you know what I'm saying? And it starts to be like repetitive in your brain where you're automatically gauging like, oh, that's about $100. That's about 100 points, 80 points, times 4. You're already doing your math. And then you already know once you start trading more, you already know like, oh, that's about 3 micros because you're going to start understanding the numbers because you're going to be doing this repetitively and it's just going to come, you know, but that takes time. The best way to do that is you can do that through demo trading. You know, you should be demo trading to get an understanding of practicing your strategy, also practicing your risk. That's where you can make all your mistakes. So when you're demo trading, you can set up some trades with the same entry and stop loss. It don't necessarily have to be a strategy. You could be just practicing on how to manage your position sizing, right? You could set the same trade up and then just the only thing that you can change is just change the amount of micros you're trading. And then you'll start seeing it. You'll be like, oh, if I trade 2 micros, oh, this is where I'm at. If I trade 3, oh, okay. And then it'll start to click. But that's what you need to do to understand what your position sizing is so you can calculate the right number of contracts. Period. That's what you want. Now, think about this. You never size based on how you feel. You size based on the math, right? It ain't about what you feel. And remember, there's no feelings and no emotions in trading. Let's get through that first. All your feelings and all your emotions, leave that for your personal life. That's not for your trading business. Think about it. Anyone that runs a business is not running a business on feelings and emotions. They're running a business on math, right? Product cost, profit margins, those kinds of things, right? All of that is math. There's no feelings involved in running a business, period. And if you're trading should be your business. That's how you're supposed to run it. Everything is a numbers game, period. No feelings, no emotions. I don't care if that trade went against you. I don't care if you was up $1,000 and the trade went against you and now you took a non-profitable trade and you had a business expense of $500. It is what it is. You just got to figure out what could you have done better. In a situation like that, I can tell you what you could have done better. You could have trailed your position, or you could have just took the base hit instead of holding, right? There's always a better way to do it. That's where the journaling comes in. So just keep that in mind. Position sizing is all about math, not about how you feel. Real simple. Just follow that. Don't get in your head about it. Don't think this, don't think that. Just do it based on the math. If you do it based on the math, you're going to be straight every time. And then also, too, look at your account. If you have a 25K account and you have $1,500 in drawdown, does it really make sense to be taking trades with $500, $1,000 risk? Come on, even at $500, you're only really giving yourself 3 trades. And then that account could possibly blow. If you got $1,500 in risk, I would say $250. I mean, $1,500 in drawdown. I would say $250, $300. That's about good. That gives you at least 4 to 5 opportunities. 5 to 6 opportunities. You know what I'm saying? To have a trade go against you, but still protect your capital and live to trade another day. And if that means you only got to trade 1 micro and it's a 50-cent tick value, then that's what it is. Don't get in your head about, oh, that's small and the money's slow. Like, if that's what you're focusing on, I can tell you, you're not gonna last too long in trading. Remember, don't focus on the profits. Focus on the process. The process. That's all you should be focusing on. Like I said, it's a business, right? In business, you're focusing on your process, right? You're focusing on your process. Think about it. If you own a restaurant, you're gonna focus on what? Your food costs, right? You're not gonna be buying no expensive food if when you sell it, you can't make your money off it, right? It's the same thing. I don't care what it is. If you're providing a service, if you're a massage therapist, I don't care what it is. You can bring me any business. It's all the same equation. It's all based on math. It has to make sense. So in trading, it's the same thing. Just keep that in mind. Very, very simple. It's not hard. When you get in your head and you start thinking what you want to think, then that makes it hard. You got to get out your head, got to get out your feelings, got to get out your emotions. And you got to understand all of this is based on numbers only. And that's it. And if the trade goes against you, it's just a business expense. Every business has expenses, right? Think about that. In trading, for us, our business expenses are what? Non-profitable trades, subscriptions, them platform accounts we purchase. That's all of our business expenses. Non-profitable trade is not a loss. A profitable trade is not a win. I know we say wins and losses for the sake of conversation, but for the sake of trading, there's no wins, there's no losses. It's profitable trades and non-profitable trades. So very, very simple on very, very simple on understanding what position sizing is and how to calculate the right number of contracts. I just gave it to you. And if all you got to do is just when we're off stream, you can go back and watch the recording. You can fast forward it to this part. We're about, where are we? I don't know. We probably were about 30 minutes in, and just go and just watch that. And like I said, you can correspond that to your demo. Get in your demo account and then play with that. You got to play with it. You have to test it. Don't think you're just going to understand it and remember it off the first time that you hear it. Like, go play with it. Like, get good at it. You know, maybe you can write a little ledger down, like 10 points on 3 contracts is this amount. 20 points on 3 contracts is that amount. Maybe you could do it in 5 tick increments. Start at 10 ticks, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Do that all the way up to like 100 ticks. And then do your math, and you can have a little cheat sheet right beside you based on the amount of contracts. 10 ticks at 3 micros, 10 ticks at 4 micros, 10 ticks at 5 micros, right? Like you could just make that up and have a little cheat sheet by you, and then you can automatically look at it and be like, bang, okay, cool, this is what I'm looking at. Then you ain't got to even worry about calculating it. But that could be a little cheat sheet that you can make for yourself. Like, there's so many ways to do this. And you can laminate it, literally like go to FedEx, go to Office Depot, go somewhere, laminate that. Could do it in a Word document, print it out, laminate it, and have it right there beside you, right beside your trading rules. And then you got a cheat code. You can make a whole chart of ticks in 5 tick increments going from 5 to 100, and then have beside each one of those, meaning beside each 5 tick amount, however many contracts, 3 micros, 2 micros, 1 micro, 5 micros. And there it is. No one should be trading more than, I would say, 5 micros. A $2.50 tick value is more than enough. That's half a mini. So just keep that in mind. Easiest way to do it. Very, very easy. Let's see here. Any questions? Try demo trade on Tradeovate and told me I have to fund the. Yes, that's true, Mark. That's true, Markela. You have to fund the account first. The reason why you have to fund, you know what? Let me do this for you. I'm going to do this for you, Markela. And for everybody else too, but since you mentioned it, let me do this for you. I just did a video. I just dropped a video on that. right here. And this will give you the breakdown on how to do that. But yes, you need to fund the account first. Once you fund the account, you could just put $100 in there. You got to put a whole bunch of money there. And then you don't even have to trade it. So the way that it works is in TradeGheenyuz, in order to be able to pay for data, you have to fund the account, because the system is like, how you going to pay for data and you ain't got no money in the account to trade? And it doesn't mean that you have to trade the account, live. You're just funding the account to be able to purchase data so you can demo trade on it. And I tell this, and I say this repeatedly, do not use the paper trading function on TradingView. It's trash. It doesn't even depict the right environment. Like, I don't even know why TradingView did that. That was just so irresponsible of them, in my opinion, because all they did was confuse a bunch of newbie traders. Once again, do not use the paper trading feature on TradingView. Set up a TradeGheenyuz account, fund it with $100. Once that $100 clears, the $100 is there to stay. You ain't got to even touch it. Just leave it in there. What that would do is that would allow you now to purchase data. The data is $12 a month. Real simple. Then you can connect it to TradingView. And then when you log in, you'll be logging into your live TradeGheenyuz account on TradingView, but you'll be in your demo account. You can select demo. And then that's how you demo trade. Do not use the paper trading feature on TradingView for a number of reasons. For one, it's trash. For two, never purchase just remember this. When you're purchasing data, make sure you're purchasing data from a broker. TradingView is not a broker. They are a trading platform. So just keep that in mind. They are a trading platform. Yeah, you can purchase data from them. Why? Get your data from a broker. And it's not even a price thing. It's what makes sense for your setup. Like, that's what makes sense for your setup. That right there. That's how you do it. That's how you set up your charts. Because think about it. If you buy prop firm accounts, if you're in your live account, that's all going to be through TradeGheenyuz. So you want to set up the same environment across everything that you trade. Whether it's your live account, whether it's a prop firm account, you want it to be TradeGheenyuz, then you can log into TradeGheenyuz on TradingView. And now you have the exact environment across everything. So you can trade your prop firm accounts on TradingView, signing in to TradeGheenyuz on TradingView. You can do all of that. Your live account, you can demo trade. So this way it's all the same. So your demo trading is going to look the same as if you were trading on your Lucid account, your MyFund Futures account, your Take Profit Trader account, your Apex account, whatever account it is you're trading. The only thing that's going to be different is going to be the Edge Funder and Top Step X. And I don't recommend Top Step X. But the reason why those two are going to be different, because the way those two prop firms are designed is you trade through their dashboard. So even though you're trading on TradingView on the Edge Funder, it's still through their dashboard. So it's going to be a little bit different than being able to go to TradingView and log into that particular account in TradeGheenyuz and trade on TradingView, the way that I'm trading now. I'm logged into my MyFund Futures accounts. So just keep that in mind. All right. So we're going to move on. So any questions about position sizing? How do you calculate the right number of contracts? You know what I'm saying? You can definitely ask the question in the chat, or you can definitely rewatch the video. So if you see, this is MyFund Futures. You can see underneath my picture, MFF. That's MyFund Futures. All right. So
order filled.
I just hit my little, let's see here. No, we don't want that. We want one. All right. So just hit my little, I just trimmed my position where I had it right here, which had this previous swing low right here. I trimmed 2 of the 3 contracts, and now I am in on 1 runner. And what I did was, if y'all saw, this was still at 3 contracts, so I had to change this from 3 to 1 to match the amount of contracts in my entry. And then now I have my, I took my stop loss and I put my stop loss into profit. So now I got 1 runner in and that 1 runner is running. So what am I doing? I'm just protecting the one runner that I have and protecting the 2 contracts that I just banked. All right. So right now we're up 430, 431, 420. It's bouncing back and forth in 13 accounts. So we'll see what we get. So I'm going to let the runner run and see what we get. If it happens to come back and take me out, it's all good. If you see I left a space between my entry and my stop loss, even though my stop loss is in profit, what that would do is if price comes back to hit my stop loss, it will still make enough money on that one contract that I'm in to at least pay the fees and leave me a few dollars after that. Now, this is how you risk-free trade. It's how you trade with confidence. It's how you trade risk-free. It's how you keep it sensible, period. And that's that. That's how that works. So we'll move on. Let me see here. Okay, y'all talking more of it. Size identifying your risk, stop loss to determine. Yep, that is correct. That is correct. Correct position size and number of contracts, contract cost, number of points, to profit target or stop loss, MQ contract cost, $2 per index point, 50 cents per tick. That is correct. Thank you for that laser focused mind. Thank you for that, Chrissy. Absolutely. Serena said 1%. That is correct. Of 500, if you had a $50,000 account and you had a 500 risk, there it is. Now you're trading sensibly. Now you're trading, how would I say, with process, period. That's how you want to trade. Every trade. That's what's up, Markayla. Appreciate you. I tried to demo on TradeGheenyuz. Yep. So I gave you the cheat code on that. If you need to, Markayla, you can always DM me if you have any questions. A lot of times I'll tell a lot of the community, like, send me a screenshot of what's going on, but I already know what's going on with that. So go ahead and fund the account. Like I said, put $100 in, and it'll take 3 to 5 business days for it to clear. It is through ACH. So you'll just hook up your bank account and then do it. Just $100. That's all you need. And like I said, it's just going to sit there. You're not going to even use it. And then once your account is funded, then you'll see a prompt that allow you to now purchase data, get the data. You want the CME bundle. If you're not sure on that, just DM me, and then I'll DM you a screenshot of what that looks like. And then boom. And then you're in there. So yeah. So that's pretty much it on that. Let's see here. Where are we at? So let me see here. So trying to see some, y'all. What am I at? 67. So
order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
I'm closing out just some certain accounts on my what's the names. I'm closing those out, but I still got other accounts in. Just want to manage my my accounts appropriately, because I told you I have 13 accounts in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and okay, cool. Some of them are eval, some of them are fundeds. So I'm just trying to manage them correctly. That's all. All right, cool. So let's get back. Let's see here. Yes, sir. 1 micro. Thought I had it set to 3 micros, but apparently I didn't. That's all good. So to recap, Moodinator risk reward 2. I don't know what's up with my blatant self-promotion today. Hey, Trent, right now I'm on paying for data on both trader. Yes, cancel on TradingView, Bettina. Yeah, you don't need that. Yeah. Also too, watch. Oh, I didn't even. My bad, y'all. I put the video in there and I did not even. I mean, I put the link in there. I didn't even hit enter. So there, I just dropped the link. But yeah, Bettina, go ahead and cancel TradingView. You don't need that. Now, so I'm gonna say this and be real quick. It's just simple. TradingView subscription. TradingView subscription only. Trade data. You don't need a subscription on trade on you don't need a subscription on trading. You don't need a subscription on Trade. All you need is just to fund the account and purchase the data. That's it. That's all you need. Let me see here. All right, cool, y'all. I'm just making sure that I'm managing my accounts correctly because I got all these numbers bouncing around in this copy trader. But yeah, everything is cool. Cool. All right, so let's run back through it. So, TradingView, you just need a subscription. And Trade, you just need, that's where you'll get your data. So you'll fund your Trade account, as I was saying earlier, and then you'll purchase your data. Data is only $12 a month on Trade. I recommend if whatever account on TradingView, whatever subscription you decide, the essential is just as good. It's the lowest tier, but it's enough for what you need. I would say do the annual because you're going to save a bunch of money. So do the annual on that, which, like I said, don't get anything lower than the essential because if you get anything lower than the essential, you're going to be compromising functionality. So don't do that. Get at least the essential and get the annual. And the other little cheat code on that is you just missed the July 4th sale, but don't trip on that. You can get the annual now, right? And then during Black Friday, pay for the annual again. And what's going to happen is, because you're going to get the Black Friday deal, it's going to be like 80, 90% off. It's going to be a crazy number. So you get that again. With the beautiful thing about TradingView is no matter where you are as far as in your subscription, whatever you purchase just gets added on to the back. So if you bought the annual today, you'll be good till July 14th, 2027. And then when Black Friday comes around, right, you buy the annual again because you're going to get it for like 90, 80% off. And then you're going to be good until 2028. Like it's dope how TradingView does that. That's what I've been doing the whole time, this whole 2.5 years. So when I first got my TradingView subscription, I went with the premium. It was the most expensive. It was like $500 or $600, right? Well, the good thing is because it was my first time, they gave me like an introductory offer. And I think I got it for like 200 and something bucks. And then that was end of March, beginning of April of 2024. And then when Black Friday hit in 2024, it was 90% off. I bought another annual. And that pushed me to this year, 2026. And then I just bought another annual on July 4th because they had another deal. So I bought that. And now I'm pushed to 2027 or 2027. And then when we have Black Friday this year, I'm going to purchase another annual, and that's going to push me to 2028. So that's how you do it. That's how you save a bunch of money. And it's cool. It's dope. Like you can't beat that. You really, truly can't beat that. Like that's how you maximize it on TradingView. So I just gave y'all another cheat code. So that's how you do that. Yep, annual and essential. Essential, like I said, essential is the lowest tier that would still be functional. I got the premium tier because I just don't like to how would I say, to compromise functionality. But honestly, the essential is good. The premium tier just allows you to like do some more things, and you can compare them before you purchase it. If you want to compare them, they allow you to compare. You know, they have the columns and it'll show you what essential gives you the next one to essential. Then I think after essential, there's a another tier, and then after that tier, there'll be premium. Just look at them all and just see what fits you best. But that's the cheat code. That's how you do it. Like, that's how you do it. So, so yeah. So I think, y'all, that I'm going to go ahead and take profits now. I mean, it's running. Let me see some counter structure. See, it's coming down to get all this liquidity down here. That's if you guys been watching NQ for a long time, as long as I have, then you understand the characteristics of NQ, and that's what NQ does. So it usually takes the liquidity from overnight. Let me get this out of there. So I was thinking that I possibly might go ahead and take some profits. I mean, just go ahead and close my trade out. Let me just see. So it hit here. As you can see, if you just go back and you pay attention to NQ, you'll see a lot of characteristics. You'll see NQ will go back and hit previous lows like to the tick, and sometimes off by 1 or 2 ticks. But I mean, you can see, look at this candle right here. Look at where it hit, and look at how it lines up with this low right here. This is the low before the news, the lowest low before news. Of course, it's liquidity right here, right? We know people jumped in, right? We know that. Now, remember, it's not, there's millions of traders trading. Not everybody is on a prop firm account. Think about people that are in live accounts. They jumped into this. There's people that trade news in their live account. So you got to keep all of that in mind when you're thinking about where liquidity rests, right? And you think about, when you're thinking about characteristics of NQ, like just pay attention to that. You'll see, you can even see, right, look at this. Even though it's a consolidation area, just look at all of these lows, right? All of these lows have something in common. What is that? If you look at this row up here, these are all hitting up here. Then you look down here, these are all hitting. Now, they don't have to hit exactly at the same point, but you can see they're all in the same area. So that's telling you like how NQ moves. And if you just go back, go back to like the 5 minute. The 1 minute is good because you get to see that. You'll have more candles. The 5 minute will show you too. But that's just something just to keep in mind when you're trading NQ, is that so I used, to give you an example, so I can put you in my brain of how I'm thinking, right? If y'all paid attention, I used this previous swing high as a target for me to trim those 2 contracts that I was in. That was my target. Why? Because I know NQ loves to go to those. And it was this one right here that hit. This candle. This is what hit my TP of those 2 micros that I had. And then I left my runner, and I'm letting my runner run. So that's why I did that. To me, that was from my entry to here. I felt that was a doable spot, right? If you think about it, it's not like I'm trying to target something way down here, even though in the daily strat, we do target these pink lines, but that's so far. I got to be smart enough to understand that, first of all, we're in a total different environment when you think about the trading terrain that we're in. We're at war. We have an administration that is manipulating this data like crazy. And we know that they're in cahoots with their people. You know what I mean? And this ain't a political statement. I'm just talking about the money. I don't even care about president and all of that stuff. That's irrelevant to me. I don't care who the president is. I'm looking at what's going on. We're traders, and everything that is said, everything that is done, does what? It affects our money. So that's the way that we need to be thinking. Like, what is affecting my money? And the economic manipulation, the economic data, all of that stuff is affecting our money. We're at war, all of that stuff. So you have to understand that we're not in a holding market. This is a get that base hit, leave a runner, and try to see what your runner can do. And then at some point, you may have to exit out that runner if it starts going against you, because you want to try to get as much profit as possible. That's pretty much the market that we're in right now. If you don't think so, go look around. And I'm not talking about regular news. I'm not talking about like regular news like CPI, PPI, unemployment, all that. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about the Truth Social tweeting. I'm talking about stuff about the war. All right, I'm about to exit out this trade. Let me see here. Where are we at? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna let my runner run. I'm gonna let it do its thing. If it comes back and hits stop loss, so be it. But anyway, so going back to what I was talking about the market terrain, like you have to think about all of those things. So I recommend anyone take a base hit, leave a runner. That's why trading micros is so good. Make sure you're position sizing correctly. If you're in 3 micros, take 2, leave 1. If you're in 4 micros, take profits on 3, leave 1. Just leave just leave 1 runner. You don't need to leave 2 micros. That doesn't make that any, well, let me say this. You don't need to leave anything more than 1 micro runner. Just let 1 micro run. Why? Because at least I've banked, like on my trade, I've banked. All right, I'm gonna take profit. All right, cool. So, an average of 430,
Filled.
an average of 430 between 13 accounts. Some are like 428, some are 438, one's 447, one's 418. That's just the way it is. They fluctuate. They're never gonna all be the same. But anyway, going back to what I was saying is understanding the terrain that we're in and understanding that we're in a base hit market. Take your base hit. Leverage correctly with your position sizing. Find a reasonable target, nothing that's too far-fetched, something reasonable. Take profit on however amount of contracts you have and let 1 micro runner go. And then move your stop loss into profit. And then if you start seeing, like the reason why I took profit, let me tell you why. I saw a break of structure right here, right? First of all, it's the first thing. Little liquidity sweep, right? Came and got some liquidity. It did a small slight consolidation, and then it went up, right? It went bullish. Then we had a break of structure right here, right? Which could possibly turn into a change of character, right? It bounced off this 50. And it's coming down now, but because I saw this break of structure and I saw it kind of rise above this little slight consolidation area here as well, and it's creating some fair value gaps, I just went ahead and just took profit. Just to play it safe. I'm not trying to be greedy. I'm cool. An average of $420 in 13 accounts, that's not bad. And I don't know, I was telling y'all, like I'm about to take a $10,000 payout here, probably in another, I'll say by next week. I'm gonna take $1,000 out each out of one of my take profit trader accounts and $1,000 each out of my funded futures accounts. I have 8 my funded futures that I'm trading. 3 of them are evals, 5 of them are fundeds. So yeah. So I'm just erring on the side of caution and just, not being greedy and just taking my time. So it might take me till next week. I'm not rushing. I don't know when it's gonna happen. That's why I said possibly by next week. It could come even sooner than that. But I'll always like to give myself more room, more cushion than what I need. And I'm not trying to do it on any particular day or anything like that. Like I'm going to let it come to me and I'm going to take my time. I'm going to leverage correctly. And then I'm going to take my profits where I need to take profits. And like I said, I'm not going to be greedy. I'm going to focus on the process. Base hits is where we are. I never go live, Katie, from the SIP. I never go live. I blow my accounts before the last payout. Yeah, I never go live. That's how I trade. So if it's 6 payouts to live, on the 5th payout, I'm about to scrape everything out. Everything that I could possibly take out on that payout, I'm going to take it out. And then when I'm now trading towards my 6th payout, I blow the accounts on purpose. And then I start over, rinse, repeat. That's my cheat code. I'm not trying to go live. If I go live, then I can't. Not on all. I think take profit you can, but on some prop firms, when you go live, you don't get a chance to like trade the max amount of accounts. And I like to copy trade. I max out on any prop firm that I have, whatever the max is, that's what I purchase. I don't just buy one account. So take profit as the max is 5, my fund of future is 5, Lucid is 5, Tradeify is 5, the Edge Funder is 5, Apex is 20. I'm maxed out on all of them. Literally. I don't do that. Now the Edge Funder is different. With the Edge Funder, I definitely would have to go with live account with those. But they got different rules for the lives. So I'm cool with that. And then also too, even on the Edge Funder, there's no guarantee that that you'll be, how would I say, that you'll be given a live account. That's going to be at the discretion of the risk team. But that's different. I'm talking about everything else. Because my Edge Funder accounts, those are a lot different. They're funded accounts already, and they have a different breakdown on how it's done. And of course, I'm the brand ambassador, so I'm gonna treat them with much more respect than I'm gonna treat my other accounts when it comes to like blowing and not going live. That's just the way it is. So, where are we at? Are all your accounts from prop firms? Yes, all my accounts but one. I do have a live account, but I don't trade in my live account. I only have like $20 in there. I had like that account went down like $100 and I got it all the way back to 5 bands. It took me a long time. And then when I got to like 5 bands, I was like 5 bands, like $5,020. I just took the 5 bands out. I left the $20 in there. So, but all of those are prop firms. Yes. That's what's up. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Are you taking another trade? No. I'm done for the day. Yeah, I'm one and done. One and done. Why would I think about this? Why would I take another trade and go back into the market and possibly give these profits back? Right? That doesn't make any sense. I'm up probably over $5,500 today. I'm not taking definitely not taking another trade. I wouldn't dare go back into the market and give the market back what it just gave me. No. So I recommend that being one and done. Where we at? Made 300 on that new Edge Funder account. That's what's up. Shout out to you. Yeah, for real. This is where we at, y'all. Basis City. So when you're copy trading 5 accounts and you make 200 off a trade, that's exactly. Ottawa Auto Glass. Exactly. Man, I needed you, Ottawa Auto Glass. Somebody was trying to break into my car or something like that, but I have like this little special glass underneath I got like 2 different things of glass on my trunk and on my hatch, and someone broke it. I needed you, man. Where was you at? Could have used your services. But nah. But yeah, so we're in Base Hit City. I like that, Jay. I'm gonna start using that. Hope that's not patented. I'm taking it. Left, let's see here. What do you do when trade hits PT but held only seconds? It was moving just fast. What do you mean when it hits PT, Kendall? PT. Kendall Oliver, let me know what you mean when you say when trade hits PT. Would you say CG left a lot of money on the table? What do you mean? Let's see here. Make sure I getting everyone. Chris, no. Vibro, see you later. Vibro, you're out. Be good, my brother. Marvin, what question you have, my guy? Let me know. So you don't want to go live to keep the... Absolutely. That's correct, Scary Rainbow. Thanks, Latoya. Appreciate you. He said I made it to the big screen. That means I'm actually following the rules. I stuck to my gut feeling, and this trade hit my TP. I'm grateful. Headed out to the fam to get slaughtered by the gym. I'll see you tonight. Be safe. That's what's up, Trinelli. TP. Okay, cool. Got you. Okay, cool. Thanks for clearing that up. So what you do when it trade hits TP, but it held only seconds. It was moving just that fast. If it hits TP and you don't get an entry, then pretty much what you do is you sit out. Yeah. If you don't get an entry and it hits TP, then you just sit out. That'd be the best way to do it. Just got to sit on your hands. Let me see here. Should have been there. Right, Ottawa. Ottawa Glass, for real. Sounds like you live here in the right, for real, Ty. And just think I'm in Calabasas. And I tell people it don't matter. It don't matter how nice an area that you live in. Like, I've been blessed enough, even as a kid, my mom had very, very great job. We lived in a very, very affluent community, and we had our bike stolen right off our lawn. So I always say, like, it don't matter where you live. It don't matter if you live, I don't care where you live. People steal everywhere, period. And that ain't the first time. That's like the second time. Don't know how to leave a runner. Got you. I got a video for you, my guy. CG. 1 sec, I'm gonna drop it. I'll show you how to leave some runners. Where are we at? Right here. Right here. Watch this video. And this will show you how to leave runners. Oh, you said, no, I got the entry, but didn't get the credit. Oh, what do you mean? But the market is moving. What do you mean, Kendall, you didn't get the credit? Explain to me what you mean. There's a video for how to leave runners, how to set multiple TPs and leave runners. And Latoya, are you trading? So let me say it like this. All right, so I have 4 strategies that I can trade during the day. Let me go to main screen. Well, let me show this first real quick. So as y'all see, I got out, right? And I told y'all I got out because we had a break of structure. And then I saw like, I'm seeing this little small consolidation area. I'm seeing this and I'm like, okay, we had a break of structure and just about had a change of character. But it wicked up. It didn't close above this. But I got out because just based on what I was seeing from candle structure and also know that this was a liquidity sweep, that price was possibly going to go back up. That's why I got out, just to let y'all know. I would just kind of letting this play out. And this is not, how would I say? So if you ask me like, Trent, how'd you know that? How'd you see that? How did I know it? By understanding the characteristics of NQ, because I've been trading this is the only pair that I trade, and I've been trading this pair for over 2 years. And I've been watching it for that long. And if anybody know my story, y'all know that I had quit my job and I became a full-time trader. So I had this whole 2 years, I've been sitting right here in my studio just learning. And now I'm 2 years into my trading, about 2.5 years into my trading career, and I just understand the characteristics. So the first year, which was like the end of March, beginning of April of 2024, up until April 2025, May of 2025, that's when I became consistent. That's when I became profitable. I just watched NQ and just studied. Got a mentor. Shout out to my big brother Scalp God. He gave me the game and I just ran with that. And I just studied. Trust me, it came with some heartache, blew a lot of accounts, but I kept at it. So my point is, how did I know this? Just by the characteristics of NQ. Also understanding candle structure. And I know how NQ moves. NQ loves to take overnight liquidity. That's just something that it does. It loves to do that. When you've been watching it every day like I used to watch it, like when my first 6 to 8 months of my trading career, I literally was on the charts all day, meaning like from market open at 6:30 till market close. Now I wasn't trading. Some of it was demo trading. Some of it was live trading. because I was still new. But the most that I was doing is I was just watching, like, and understanding how this pair moves. And I can honestly have a firm grasp on the characteristics. But let me say this too, in the same breath, NQ is going to do what it wants to do. But there's certain things that I see from a characteristic standpoint that tells me, oh, based on this, I've seen it do that. Now, will it do that? Don't know till it does it, but that's what I use as my gauging point. And I would say 80% of the time, I'm right. 70 to 80% of the time, I'm right. And I'm not trying to be right. I'm just trying to understand how this pair is moving. It's not about me being right. I'm just saying, when I make my decision based on the characteristics, I'm pretty much almost right on. But like I said, it's not me trying to be right. It's me understanding the characteristics of how this pair moves. So with that stated, now going back to your question, Latoya. So I have 4 strategies that I can trade during the day. One of them doesn't really come around that much. It's like a unicorn. But when it does, it hits. Haven't seen it in a while. Now, with the 3 other strategies, I'm always looking for 2 of those 3 that's left. Like I said, the 4th one is like a unicorn. So it's called the A+. It's Scalps A+. It barely comes around. So I'm always looking for 2 out of the 3. Daily strat, and I'm looking for 15-minute banger. Now, the 15-minute banger, I would have taken that on my 100K accounts because I have 100K accounts for the 15-minute banger only, because the 15-minute banger tends to have huger stop losses. So I have a bigger account to be able to handle that. Now, I wouldn't recommend anyone trading a 15-minute banger on 50K accounts, or if you do, then you're going to be going in on 1 or 2 micros. I still want to trade my 3 to 5 micros on the 15-minute banger. So I have 100K accounts for that. And I have particular accounts for particular strategies. I don't trade more than 1 strategy on 1 account. I trade 1 strategy on 1 set of accounts. I trade my other strategies on another set of accounts. That's how I do it. So now today I would have taken 2 trades, but the 15-minute banger was invalidated. So the DS trade, the daily strat set up, 15-minute banger was invalidated. If it wasn't invalidated, I would have taken 2 trades today. So I just want to try to make sure I answer your question more methodically than just giving you an answer, Latoya. So that's pretty much how, like how I did it. Now, like I said, if the 15-minute banger wasn't invalidated, I would have traded that on my 100K accounts, which is on my other screen over here. So then I would have been in 2 trades. But because of what I stated, no. Now, I do trade another strategy at night. In the evening, we have a members only stream. I recommend anyone that want to trade overnight with us in the Genius Vault, you're welcome. We trade the same strategy, the same time, every day, Sunday through Thursday, every evening. We trade this strategy. So anybody wants to get in on that, go to my channel, become a member. It's $9 a month. It's like 45 cents a day. Come on, man. It ain't even about the money. It's just I feel like people don't from what I've learned from experience, people don't respect free. You know what I'm saying? So I made it $9 a month. And we trading 20 days out of the month. So that 45 cents a day to make, even if you made $1, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I ain't got to say nothing else about the numbers. So, but if you want to get in the room, just go to my channel, just join, and you'll be a member of the Genius Vault. And like I said, we have a members only stream that we trade every night. So to answer your question, Latoya, I said a lot to say, I can possibly trade at least 3 times a day. The overnight session, and then the 2 strategies that I look for that just about pretty much almost happen every day. So about 3 times a day. 2 possibly 3 in the morning session during New York session, and then 1 always in the evening session. All right. So no, I get the entry, but then okay. So boom. I've been practicing with paper trading, but I realize it's too slow and not the best practice in real life trade. Paper trading is where you need to be. Just don't use the paper trading option, Scary Rainbow. I would recommend using the demo trading option. You have to demo trade. That's your forward testing. There's no such thing as it's too slow. Yeah, get that out your head. Yeah, there's no such thing. There's nothing that's too slow. If you're saying it's too slow, think about it. You just added an unnecessary dimension to your trading business. There's no such thing as too slow. Unless you're speaking of your data. If you don't have the right data, then yes, it could be slow if that's what you're speaking of. But I'm saying if you're just saying that it's too slow, nah, you need to demo trade. If you're gonna be a trader and you have a strategy, you need to back test that strategy going back 3 years, literally using FX replay, not the replay function on TradingView. Go to FX replay, get the $30 a month account, 35, whatever it is. That's the best tool you can have. Literally, I've had it for 2 years. And then once you back test that strategy, going back 3 years, then you demo trade that strategy for 2 to 3 months. Back testing is historical data. Demo trading that's your forward testing. That is going to be your present data. And then that's how you would know how well that strategy works. So you always have to demo trade. Keep your demo trading account up. I still demo trade just because there's things I see, things I try. Right, Ty? That indicator? Absolutely. Indicator's dope. Also, how do you trade multiple accounts on TradingView? You don't trade multiple accounts on TradingView. You only trade one. You have to have a copy trader to trade multiple accounts. Yeah. You're welcome, CG. Anytime. I see what you mean about trading, setting up runners. Absolutely. You got it, JoJo World. I think his TP hit in less than, oh, is that what he's saying? Okay, see, I was misunderstanding that. If your TP hit in less than 60 seconds, man, that's dope. Yeah, that's dope. Just look at it this way. As long as your TP hit, it's cool. Yeah, if it hit that quick, that's dope. On TF, the time you have to hold trades. Oh, is that what he's talking about, Top? Okay. If you're talking about that, see, you didn't say TEF. Yeah, that's a micro scalping rule that has always been there, but they weren't, the risk team wasn't, how would I say, they weren't, why I just went blank. They weren't, how would I say, they weren't, like implementing it. You know what I'm saying? They weren't. Why? I think what happened was probably found some bad actors on there, because they got, just to let y'all know, in this trading game, you got like these little, you know how like you have a team of hackers, and I'm not saying that TF got hacked, so please follow me. You know how like you have a team of hackers and they go around, they hack different stuff? Well, they have like these teams of traders where they go around and they try to, take advantage of rules and stuff like that in particular prop firms. They'd be like a little trading ring. So it could be something like that possibly triggered that, because I just understand trading and I understand like what's going on behind the scenes. So that possibly could have happened, and then now they're making sure that they implement the micro scalping rule and they're on it. So that's a lot of it. What that could be. Is there a video link for your strategy that you use today? If you're in the inner circle, Jonathan Miller, I can send you some resources. If you're not in the inner circle, then you would have to follow it. You'd have to just follow me when I'm on here, because we can't. People pay good money to be in the inner circle, and out of respect for their membership, can't just be giving away resources. So you would have to be in the inner circle to get those resources. But other than that, I mean, I do one-on-one. So if you want to do a one-on-one with me, and I can show you, like we can do that as well. If you want to do a one-on-one with me, just go to my page. I have a mentorship link in there, and just choose the one you want. If you're not sure, you can DM me and we can talk about it. What I do, I try to move it. It'll make 600 instead of 300, then just lose the 300 later in the day. Oh, I see what you're saying, Ty. Got you. The trade only held for seconds. It governed to not give credit if held for 6 seconds. What can I reach out to get this? You just got to reach out to support, to TF support. Go into the TF Discord and go to where is it? Oh, go to right here. I'll give you the email. Yeah, everything that you need for TF is in a TF Discord. but I'll shoot you the email. It's all good. It's where it says contact us, but I'm going to drop it in here right now. There you go. Send them an email and just kind of go from there. All right, let me get back in here. Ty, you're exactly right. Leaving to study this video and take notes. Thanks for the video. You got it. You got it. Juvier's video would teach how to know what to look. Absolutely. Absolutely, Latoya. That is correct. Welcome. No problem. Lost any extra over your daily max and another trade over 1 minute. Yep. Lose. Got you. Lose any, right. Lose any extra. Right. That's correct. What Ty said. Toya said, okay, cool. I said, gotcha. Can I go ahead and buy my data if I have a funded account connected to TradeGheenyuz? Yeah, because JoJo World. So what you're doing is, thank you, Moodinator. Appreciate you, my brother. I'm just going to put this up here for FX replay. So JoJo World. So just remember, if you have a funded account, it'll be through TradeGheenyuz because you'll choose TradeGheenyuz when you purchase that funded account, right? Wait, hold on. Let me read this right. Have funded account connected to TradeGheenyuz. When you say funded account, do you mean JoJo World? Do you mean account where you put your own money in? Is that what you mean? If that's the case, yes, you have to fund the account before they allow you to purchase data. So, yes. But yeah, if in order to purchase data on TradeGheenyuz, you have to fund the account. So if you're speaking funded account, and meaning like in your name, your money, yes. If you're talking about a funded account, meaning a prop firm funded account, no, because a prop firm funded account, they give you the data free. All prop firms give you free data. That's a part of the account that comes with it. Now, with that, some of them have demo trading options, but you would have to demo trade, I believe, on TradeGheenyuz. But if you want your own demo trading account, which I recommend everyone to have and not go through a prop firm, then you have to, as I stated earlier, set up your account on TradeGheenyuz, meaning in your name, put at least $100 in there. Once the $100 clears and it's in your account, then you'll get the prompt to be able to purchase data. Then you purchase your data, and now you have a live account that you don't have to trade live out of it. Just use it as your demo account. And then the data is $12 a month, and it's the CME bundle. Keep going. Entries delayed when I'm connected to TradingView. I don't know if it's so KD. So the reason why it's delayed is because it's delayed because you need to purchase data. Yeah, you need to purchase data. So you need to set up your account on TradeGheenyuz just the way I stated. Actually, the video, I put the link of a video that will show you how to do this. Let me go back and let me go here. Actually, it was here. So watch this video right here. And it gives you the right way to set it up. I dropped it in the link, but I know the link. We got over 200 something messages in here. So, all right. So there's that. Let me keep going. Let me get. Kendall Oliver, thanks. You're welcome. No problem. Motivation managing. Bettina, she said, Trent, what does it mean when my Lucid eval says -7 remaining, like to pass the eval? Oh, you meant a prop firm. Yeah, JoJo World. No, you don't have to pay for that for a prop firm. No. If you have prop firm, then the data comes free. Yeah, you shouldn't have to pay for it on a prop firm. And on Apex, yeah, it doesn't matter what prop firm. Any prop firm you purchase, the data's free. All right, so let me go back. Kendall, you're welcome. Bettina, send me a screenshot of what you're speaking of. I'm going into my Lucid right now. You said, I'm sorry. I think you just say Lucid. Let me go into my Lucid right now and see if I can see what you're seeing. But send me a screenshot so I can definitely check it out. Just take a screenshot of it just, you know, make sure like no account data or anything is in there. Not that I would try to get in your account, but I'm just saying, just make sure no account data is in there or anything like that. And if there is and you screenshot it, just use your drawing tool and just like scratch out any account data and then just send me the screenshot. And then let me see here. You said it says -7. I want to see where it is. I wonder if it's where your consistency is. That's what I'm wondering. Let me see. So enforcing, Woodnader said enforcing. Send me a screenshot, Bettina, and I'll look it over for you. I'll look it over for you. Just send it. You can send it to me now. Latoya said, I've been trying to get into Inner Circle. Yeah. So what Inner Circle is, you can't just pay to get in. You have to. Oh, thank you, Bettina. I'll look at it right now. So Latoya, you have to. So the way that you would get in is if you have to watch Juvier's videos, and there's always a link at the bottom of his videos, and if he has spots available, because he doesn't how would I say, he doesn't let like a bunch of people just like come in. Like you can't go just purchase to get in and then just be in. He does it slowly. Like we do that because it's a prestigious community, and if there's spots available and you hit the link and you're able to book a call, that's going to be your interview. So they interview people. Like I said, it's a very prestigious community. He runs it like that. I know most trading platforms is kind of like wide open. You just go to the website, you pay for their membership or their mentorship or whatever, and then you're in. This is a lot different. So just keep working on it, but I'm sure you'll get in. Just keep cracking at it, but you'll get in. Most of the time, it's one of those things where like I said, there have to be some spots available. Let me see what Bettina got. There's that Bettina, there's that avatar that I was looking for. That's that one right there. That's that one right there. I didn't even see you message me. Dang, it was telling me it was so bad, but I used another AI and explained it much better. Thank you so much for that. That helps a lot too. That's better. Okay, how's Stendo? Semana. That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay. So you hit your target. This is a 25K, right, Bettina? I think it's a 25K account, if I'm not mistaken. Tell me you're live. Now we just need Canarian. You for to do a Zoom or live. All the coaches are great in the Inner Circle. What days and times do you go? I go live every day, Monday through Friday, and then at 6:15. You know what? I'm gonna start posting it in the Inner Circle. I don't know why I don't post it in the circle. I always post it in the edge funnel, but I'm gonna start posting in the Inner Circle as well. I have it in my Trend Genius resources, or I'll post it in the general discussion. I will start posting it though. But I go live 6:15 a.m. Eastern time. Excuse me, Pacific time. So 9:15 a.m. Eastern time because I'm in LA. And Monday through Friday, and then we have a members only stream. We have a members only stream where we jump in at 5:50 p.m. Eastern. That because we trade one strategy every night, same time, Sunday through Thursday. But you got to be a member for that. Bettina always on Discord is good. The new individual will contact you. He said he had a TradeAway live account, but he's not able to trade one micro. Got you. All right, cool. That's what's up, Marvin. No worries. Send them my way. Prestigious. That's correct. Prestigious. That's correct. So should I purchase data on TradeAway and use prop firm data? Well, purchasing data on TradeAway is just going to allow you to have your demo account because you need your demo account. And then whenever you purchase a prop firm, then you'll have data for trading that prop firm account. So they're two different things. So whenever you purchase a prop firm, you're going to get data automatically. That's just for the prop firm account. But everyone needs a demo account. You need a demo account. Everyone's supposed to be demo trading. How are you going to learn your strategies? How are you going to practice? How are you going to practice entries? How are you going to practice how to leave runners? How are you going to practice how to set up multiple TPs? You know what I'm saying? Like everyone needs a demo account. Everyone needs an FX replay account in your trading toolbox. You need that. Everyone. It's just like the charts. And I'm going to be honest with you, FX replay is the best tool that you can have in your trading toolbox. Literally. You got to have that. If you ain't back testing, how you gonna learn the strategy? Like how you gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like think about it. Like you gotta have you have to back test. It's like being a mechanic with no tools. Seriously. Not having a subscription to FX replay is like being a car mechanic with no tools. Seriously. It's just that, how would I say, is like just that equivalent. You have to have a back testing subscription to FX replay. I've had one for 2 years. It's the best thing that I've ever had. I just partnered with them about 3 weeks ago, a month ago. Like I'm a partner with them. We're partnered up. And I'm not just saying that to tell you to use my code. I'm being honest. Like that's a tool that you need. If you're not back testing, how can you practice? How can you learn your strategy? Because back testing is what's going to get you proficient with your strategy. That's why me and all the coaches recommend going back 3 years when you're back testing a strategy. That's going to give you at least 700 trades that you're going to take on that strategy. So look at it this way. If you're a basketball player and you were practicing your shot and you were taking 700 shots, do you think you would be pretty proficient with your shot? I think that you probably would be. Let's just be honest. So it's the same thing in trading. You have to back test. Every time there's a new strategy that you want to trade, you have to back test going back 3 years. You got to put in that work. If you don't put in that work, don't expect to be a consistent, profitable trader. Period. It's just the way that it goes. There's no shortcuts. Don't think that don't think that, like anyone, and this goes for me included, don't ever think that we're just way more intelligent to where we could take a shortcut and we're going to just do it like this and then we're going to be able to get by. It don't work like that in trading. You have to put in the work. Now, I can guarantee you, I'll bet any amount of money that anyone who thinks that they'll be able to get by with taking shortcuts, I'll bet with you. I'll put 10 bands on the line that ain't going to happen. You're going to be stumbling and stumbling and stumbling and stumbling and stumbling because that's the foundation of learning a strategy is back testing. And then the other half of that is demo trading. And then you're going to need demo trading just to practice. Like I said, setting entries, practice. Like I said, setting up TPs, this and that, like all that kind of stuff. Like you need it. So let's see here. Had 12 remaining and then I made 214 just now. It says remaining, so I don't have 7. I don't have to lose that. No. If it's 2, you just passed it. It's 26,250. 2,600 was your target, so you in there. Yeah, you good. It said your target is hit. I don't know why it has negative $7 remaining. I don't know what that is. Just you know what? Let it update. No, FX replay isn't free. Nothing's free in trading, y'all. Like for real. Nothing's free. Yeah, ain't nothing free in trading. Think about it. You're in here learning a financial skill on how to make money. Why would anybody have anything for free? Like, let's be real. You can make thousands of millions of dollars. Literally. You could change your whole life, build generational wealth off of trading. Nothing's free. Don't even look for free. For real. Anything free, stay away from it. Seriously. Unless you're winning like a free account, that's cool. But anything that's free, is there really value in free? Think about that. Just like, let's be realistic. Is there any value in anything free? Most of the time, no. Yeah, everything in trading you have to pay for. This is your business. You have to look at it as such. This is your business. Every business has to pay for the things that that business needs. So just look at it that way. I think you're good. I think you're good, Bettina. Like, just let it update. Like, let the day go through and let it update. From what it looks like, you passed. Yeah, you passed the eval. Oh, wait. Are you supposed to get to 26.5? Or 26? Let me look. Let me go to these accounts. Let me go to these accounts. Let me look at this real quick. So 25. Profit target. Oh, no. You passed the account. Yeah, you passed it. Profit target is 1250 on 25K. So that means 26,250. You passed. I don't know why that -7 is sitting there. I wouldn't even worry about that. Yeah, just let it update. But look like you passed the account. Thank you. Got you. I'm in there. I'll do subscription in your resources. This is Leo Will from the. Oh, that's what's up, my guy. I just don't know how to change my YouTube name. Got you. Yep. And then Moodinator has a risk reward tool that you can use in FX Replay. That'll definitely help you. It's free. The risk reward tool is free. Shout out to Moodinator for making that. He also made one for anybody else that wants it. So basically, all you need to do is type Moodinator risk reward tool, what I had up. I'll just do it again. You just need to type this into Trading View and the indicators in Trading View. It'll pop up. And then when you're on FX Replay, it's also in there as well. What's good to back Trading View, bro? Hey, Trent, where do we go to get your membership for the afternoon trades? Just go on my YouTube. Go on my YouTube page. Shout out to you, Bettina, for real, for real. For real, for real. What's good to back test if you're a newbie aside from SPY? Kino Body XL. I would say get you find a proven strategy and back test that, because you want to use back testing for strategies. That's what you want to use it for. So I don't know if you're in the inner circle or if you're in the edge funder, but if you're in the edge funder, there's a hybrid super scalping strategy that you can I know that who's that? That Euphoria trades. That'll be a good strategy to test right there. It's proven. So you ain't got to reinvent the wheel. You can jump on NQ and trade it. Boom, boom, boom. Who said it? Car 357, have a great day. And Earth Boy Forever, just go on my channel. And matter of fact, I'll just do this. Let me make it easy. I'll make it very simple. I'll drop the link for you. You could just join like that. Where are we at? Memberships and right here. All right, I'm dropping this is the link if you want to become a member and get in the Genius Vault. Bam, it's there. NQ, yes. But you want a strategy to back test, because just jumping on NQ and just trying to just trade, you need a strategy. You always need a strategy. So yes. So I would say, all right, Moodinator, be good. So I would say HSS, hybrid super scalping strategy. Also, you can do support and resistance. And you can learn support and resistance off of Juvier's YouTube channel. There's also, he has like a 45-minute breakdown on support and resistance. He also has the hybrid super scalping strategy in there. And then also too, Euphoria is in the TEF Discord in the event you're not in the inner circle. And you can get some more tips on HSS in there as well. But I would say those would be the two to back test. Straight up, and then you're good. You're welcome, no problem. Trump news right now. Really? This guy. This dude said the Strait of Hormuz is open. Hold on, let me screen share this. This guy be wildin'. Lord have mercy, this guy be wildin'. This guy said, Trump said Hormuz is open to all ship traffic except Iran. He said that 2 minutes ago. That is hilarious. All right, y'all. You know what? We didn't even get to tip of the day. So let's get the tip of the day. We got to get the tip of the day in. Very important we get that in. All right. So tip of the day today is accept the fact that you will never catch the exact bottom or top and stop trying. Meaning you will never catch the exact top of a trade or the bottom. You will never catch that. Just accept that fact. So why do I say that? Is because we always go back to what I was talking about, base hits. We always want to be focusing on getting a piece of that move. You'll never be in a trade and take it all the way to at the very, very top if you're in a buy, or all the way down to the very, very bottom if you're in a sell. It's impossible. Now, could it happen? It could happen, but it's going to be definitely like, it's not going to be something that you're going to be able to do. It's just something that's just going to just happen, because you can't predict where price is going to reverse or going to go in the other direction, anything like that. So the reason why I want to do this tip of the day is because the whole idea of this is to focus on the fact that you want to be catching a piece of the move. Like today, if anybody watched me trade today, I caught a piece of the move. So my entry, let's see here. My entry was somewhere around in here. Somewhere around in here. And I caught a piece of the move to here. I took profits here. And then I left a runner. And when that runner came up, I kind of got out of somewhere around in here. Now, you'll never catch, I wasn't trying to catch the whole move. As you see, I took 60% of I had went in on 3 micros. So you figure 66% of my position was out of the trade at this point right here, which was going to be this candle, right? And I left the other 33% of my position in the trade, right? So this was the bottom. I still didn't catch it, right? Because how would I know? So I left the runner in. I was just going to let it just run. But my point is that we're never going to catch a trade all the way to the exact bottom or a trade all the way to the top. It just doesn't work. So what you want to do is you want to catch a piece. That's why I put my take profit right here to where I could take my base hit and then leave a runner. That was the whole point of my trade. So the idea is always look to take a piece. You just want to take a piece. Like the goal is like get like the middle of that. Take a little piece of that. You don't know how far, we don't know how far the trade is going to go, whether it's short, long, we don't know how far. But the idea is do something that's reasonable. You know what I mean? And the reason why I was able to do this is because I understand the characteristics of NQ, number one. And number two, like I'm also understanding that we got to take base hits. So this is something that's going to come in time. Like you can't teach experience, right? You can't teach experience. You got to just keep showing up every day and keep showing up every day and keep showing up every day. And then things will start to click. You ain't going to learn this all in 1 week. If you're new to trading, it's going to take you at least 5 months just to get everything in front of you. And that's about how long it took me. And I was in here every day. I had no job. Literally, I ate, slept, and pooped trading. All day, that's all I did. I sat here in this spot and I was just studying YouTube videos, studying this, studying that, studying stuff that my mentor gave me, studying those strategies, back testing all of those strategies. All of that stuff takes time. You know how long it takes to back test a strategy going back 3 years, and I was here every day. Now I still got a personal life, right? I mean, I don't have no wife, no kids. Well, I mean, I have children, but my children grown. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't got no babies. When I say they grown, I ain't got no babies. So, and I don't have no wife, no girl. So I was able to just be here and get it in, period. So I had nothing pulling at me, only my own personal stuff. And my family, I'm originally from New Orleans, so I ain't really had too many people around me. And everyone that like friends, family, everyone in my intimate space, they knew what I was doing. So then they knew like, leave me alone. Like I'll get with you when I can. I gotta focus right now. I gotta lock in. So my point in saying that is that even with me having all that time on my hands, it still took me 5 months to get everything in front of me. Getting everything in front of me, meaning understanding the right data, understanding how to set up my charts, understanding like, if something is not working right, what's the solution? Just all of that stuff. Like there's so many different things. Understanding that I didn't need to be paying for data on TradingView and Tradeovate. I've been there. I did that. You don't know. You got to learn. So all of that stuff. It took at least 5 months to get that in front of me. Understanding my understanding my leverage, understanding on my position sizing, all of that stuff. Like it took that at least 5 months to, like I said, get it in front of me. I didn't say to master it. I said to get it in front of me, meaning that I know I had all of these things that I need to be paying attention to. At least 5 months of just that. Then after that, I started really, truly, how could I say, like started to learn how to maximize my trades, learning how to leave runners, understanding like highs and lows of NQ and when to like, oh, I'll take profit here and leave a runner and, doing my daily levels and understanding just everything. Like it took at least 5 months of that, just that. So just understand how much time that you got to put in just with just that alone. Like I said, I was just getting everything in front of me. I didn't say I mastered anything, like understanding how to use like all these tools, like the ruler and all of these tools in here, the long and short position tool, these, the raise, like all of my little favorite tools up here. All the tools that I favorited. Like understand how to use those, understanding how to work around TradingView, understanding how to use prop firm accounts, reading the rules on all of them. And trust me, those rules are extensive and I read everything. I don't just skim through. I don't just figure it out on the fly. Nah. I'm spending my bread on something and I'm doing business with someone. How can I play the game if I don't know all the rules? If you're buying prop firm accounts, you need to be reading all the rules. I don't care how long it is. I've heard some people in the chat be like, I got to read all of that. Yeah, you got to read all of that. What you mean? Do I got to read all of that? Hell yeah, you got to read that. That's your money. You just bought an account from me. You just did business. You just bought something and you don't even know how to use it. Like that's insane. Think about that. How you going to even know how to use it if you weren't about what you got to read? Like I saw that. I've seen people say that in the chat. That just blew my mind. I just chuckled to myself. Like that to me, I just look at that as that's just insane. How you buy something to make you some money and you don't even read the rules to even understand how to maximize it. And yeah, in those prop firm accounts, those rules, it's pretty extensive. It's pages of rules. Guess what? I'm reading all that though. I'm reading all that. So just keep that in mind that that's what it takes. Like it takes that. You have to put in the work. If you ain't putting in the work, if you ain't putting no hard work, don't expect to reap no fruits of your labor. If you ain't putting no labor in, what you think you about to get out? Like y'all know how life works. You know how it works. You're gonna get out what you put in. It's just that simple. If you have butted, half-ass it, then you're gonna get half-ass results. It's just the way that it works. That goes for everybody, me included. No one is safe from that. Like you gotta put in the work. Now I do understand some of us have jobs and all of that, but then you just find time. You just gotta find some time. You know what I mean? Like if you really, really want to be good at trading and you really want to change your life and be able to be making 5-10 bands a month just from sitting on your butt not doing nothing, really more than that. But I'm saying that's where it starts. You get a payout, 1,000, couple thousand, you keep rocking, you keep putting in the hard work, then you start noticing, oh man, I made 15 bands this month. I made 10 bands last month. You know what I'm saying? Like you can have 40 band months easy. Real easy. 40 band months. You heard me. I ain't stutter. You can have 40 band months very easy. 20 band months very easily if you're putting in the work. But my point is that just understand that it's important to read everything, to understand what's going on when you're buying prop firms. Like read that stuff, put in the work. And I guarantee you, if you put in the work, you'll reap the fruits of your labor. Think about it. Have you ever known anyone to put in hard work and not reap the benefits of the hard work? I don't know anyone that's put in a bunch of hard work and never reaped the benefits of it. But I know plenty of people that took shortcuts, just did enough just to get by, and they didn't reap no benefits of no hard work because there was no hard work put in. There it is. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Read like that warning. Yes, read everything. Like go to those things, read everything. Like just go to each section. Like it's all broken down to be like payouts, news. Like it'll give you the little sections like on how to understand how to trade that particular prop firm. And they all have rules are similar, but they're different. Absolutely, Latoya. Absolutely. Attention to detail, Blum Machete, you got it right. Like Denzel said, I'm gonna leave with something. Absolutely. Okay, let me go up. I missed some stuff. Hold on. Okay, Trump News. Everyone have a blessed. That's what's up. Motivation X. I'll see you this evening. I don't know if you joined or not, but possibly. EMA indicators help on entry, if that makes sense. It depends. I would say this, April. It depends on your strategy. I do everything based on strategy. My indicators that I have, my indicators are just used to complement my strategy. That's what my indicators are for. My indicators are not there as, like, I don't use my indicators for entry. Well, let me take that back. I use my indicators for entry because that's a part of my strategy. So the indicators that I had, the 4 indicators that I shared on my chart, the ones y'all see, those are for my strategy. Like I need those. I need the high, low. I need the VWAP. I need the SMA 50, and I need the fair value gaps because those indicators coincide with my strategy. So they go together. I can't have one without the other. I got to have them both, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I need small contracts and low investments instead of just back testing anything. Right, but back testing is free. So really, Keno Body, you just want to get a strategy first. Back testing is not going to cost you anything. It's just going to cost you the subscription. So you get the strategy, you back test it. What does back testing do? Back testing is going to teach you how to trade the strategy. It's going to teach you how to implement the strategy. You're going to get good at understanding how the strategy works. That's why you go back 3 years and you back test it. Then once you do that, then now you demo trade it, right? You still ain't spend no bread, only on your subscriptions. And then you go buy a prop firm account because you don't want to trade your own money. Go buy a prop firm account. You get a prop firm account between 50 to a couple $100. That's a small amount to leverage 25K, 50K, whatever, right? And then now that you have that, now that you've back tested and demo traded, you should have a full understanding and the confidence that you need to implement that strategy. Now you go live with your prop firm account and you trade that strat. And now you're in the game. That's how it works. And that is starting low. That's starting low. Now, if you're trying to create a different strategy, I don't know about that. I don't recommend that. But I mean, hey, just because I don't recommend it doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. Me, I never wanted to create my own strategy. I'm gonna tell you why. I got into the inner circle. I was blessed enough where there was enough coaches that had fire strategies. So I was not trying to reinvent the wheel. I found a coach, or let me say this. Yeah, I found a coach where our personalities align. My personality aligned with his whole style. And guess what? He became my mentor. And I trade all his strategies. I trade his style. I'm like a little mini me. The only difference is that he trades straight minis, but he has 10 to 12 years of experience. I got 2. I ain't there yet, but I still do everything like he does, except I trade micros. Now, one thing that I don't have that I'm still learning and trying to get is, and it's going to take me time. I already know how to trade the strategies. I can call out the strategies just like he can, all of that stuff. The only difference is that he sees the market way different than I do because he has that much experience. So that he can't teach me. That's going to take time. That's going to take experience. You can't teach experience. So I just got to keep showing up every day. And when he calls out trades and he does things, I go through and I break down why he does the things that he does because I'm trying to understand how he's thinking. Like that's what I'm chasing right now with my mentor. Straight up. That's what, as far as the strategies, and I know all that stuff already. I know all of that already. I'm beyond that. It's now me trying to understand how he thinks. But once again, he's 8 years ahead of me in trading. So I got some time. I got some time that I got to catch up to be able to do that. And then at some point, maybe I'll only be trading minis too. But right now I'm micro gang. And actually I eat off micros. I'm good. I eat off micros. I'm Gucci with that. So Herb Boy forever, hard work, dedication, discipline. Yep. Kendall, have a good day. Which data would TradingView be using if I bought TV's data, but also have the prop firm account? Does TradingView automatically use prop firm data when logged into TradeAvate? Anytime anytime that you're logged into your prop firm account, you're going to be using data from that. When you log into TradeAvate on TradingView, whatever data that you have on that TradeAvate account, you'll be using it. So you don't need to purchase any, just get data from TradingView out of your mind. You don't have to even worry about data on TradingView. You only need to be getting data on TradeAvate because you'll be able to log into TradeAvate on TradingView. Let me give you an example. So this is TradingView, right? So you're going to hit trade, right? Think about it. I'm already logged into TradingView. I'm here, right? In order to trade on TradingView, you have to trade through a broker. You can't just place trades on TradingView. Where's the money going to come from? Like what account are you trading out of, right? So you have to log in to a broker. 9 to 10 times out of 10, it's going to be TradeAvate, whether that's a prop firm or your live account. So then you're going to click TradeAvate. Then you're going to click. You always want it to be on demo, even if it's the only time it won't be on demo if it's your live account, meaning your account that you set up on TradeAvate with your money, then you would hit live. Other than that, if it's not your live account that you put your own money in your name, then it's always going to be demo, even if it's a prop firm account. Then you're going to hit connect. And then it's going to ask you what the username and password is. This is going to be the credentials of either your live account, meaning the account in your name, or a prop firm account. If you see this, the TDFY, this is my Tradeify account. So if I hit log in, I'll be logged into my Tradeify account in TradeAvate on TradingView. That's how it works. And all of my data comes from, if I'm logged into this account, my data is free. It comes from Tradeify. If I'm logged into my Apex account, the data is free. It's coming from Apex. If I'm logged into my MyFunded Futures account, the data is free. It's coming from MyFunded Futures. My Lucid account, same thing. And even in your live account, it's going to be the same thing. Because if you have a live account, that means you purchase data on TradeAvate for your live account. So you don't have to worry about any data on TradingView because you're going to log in just the way that I just showed you. That's how you log in, just like that. So just keep that in mind. You will always log into Tradeovate on TradingView. Period. These are all the brokers. You ain't got to worry about all of those. This is the only one that you want to have. You always want to set everything up with Tradeovate. Because think about it. When you purchase your account, your prop firm accounts, it gives you that option, right? It says Tradeovate. It may say Tradeovate Prop. It may say Tradeovate. It may say Ninja Trader, Tradeovate, TradingView. All of that doesn't matter. You just want to make sure that it says Tradeovate. Tradeovate, Tradeovate Prop. Whatever. That's the one that you want for your prop firm accounts. And then you automatically have data. And then, like I said, you're going to hit Tradeovate. You're going to log in with those credentials, and then you'll be in that particular prop firm. Real simple. So that's all you have. That's all I would say. Focus on that. You don't need no data on TradingView at all. L-Dub, appreciate it. Can nobody say, yeah, the basics? All right, cool. Let's see here. Hard work, dedication, discipline. Absolutely. Latoya said that's your goal. Nice. Okay, got you. I need to go ahead and cancel this data subscription on TV then. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. You're welcome. No problem. No problem. I want to make sure that y'all get it. So when I'm going in, like, don't think I'm like, it's just my passion when I be talking. I just be going in because I want to make sure y'all get it right. I don't want y'all wasting no money. And I don't want you like, I don't want your charts and stuff set up all wacky. You know what I mean? Which I've been saying this, in my head, I've been saying this for the past like week. I do understand that it's very, very confusing with the data on TradingView and the data on Tradeovate. And I do have a video, but I'm going to make a more in-depth video on like just breaking this down from like the demo trading, why you want to set it up like this, why, you know, like all of that. It's like so many, I've been making a little list of all the different price points that I want to check. So please don't, that's right, April, my passion. Please don't like take my passion for aggression. I just, like I said, I don't want y'all wasting money, and I don't want your chart set up all crazy, and I don't want you to like be misinformed and, you know, on how, you know, everything needs to work. And also too, I like things to be seamless, and I like simplicity. So I'm going to make sure that I'm going to put this video out here. I'm going to put it together here in the next few days and possibly have it out by next week. Because I just realized like that's just a video that's needed. I touched on it on one of my other videos, but I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth, and I'm gonna talk about like, I'm just gonna just do like a step-by-step, like how you wanna set up your whole trading environment, from your charts to your data, to purchasing prop firm accounts, your live account, all of that, and everything is gonna marry itself. So, Markayla, you said you need a mentor. Well, if you want to trust me in your journey, let's see here. I can definitely get you on the right track, help you get everything set up for you, and, you know, get you going. And then from there, you just got to just put in the work, back test, demo trade, study. A lot of people will tell you in this community that they, once they got in the community, the discipline, the psychology that we talked about. I have a lot of people tell you that they're passing their evals, they're getting the payouts, and I don't think that, how could I word this? I don't think that I'm special, but I think that I do have a special gift in understanding like what's needed. So because I know what's needed, because I've been there, all the mistakes that y'all talk about, I made. So I'm really speaking from experience. So I think that's like the special gift that I have. You know what I'm saying? And then I know that setting things up like, you know, setting things up a particular way is gonna have you winning. Also too, I have an IT background. I have a master's degree in information systems. You know what I'm saying? I have a bachelor's in IT, cybersecurity, cyber terrorism. Like, trust me, I know computers. That's the other thing that helps me. But also too, understanding how all of this stuff works, a lot of that comes from my IT background as well. And then after that, it's just like learning the processes, right? So like I said, 2 years of doing this, a whole year of sitting here, trust me, I done made every mistake possible. Even when I wasn't making a mistake, I stumbled upon the mistake because I was just trying stuff. I'm trying to see what works. This is new to me. I told you I'm an IT guy. I said that for a reason. IT guys, you know what we do? We look for mistakes. We do things just to see if we could do things. And then we realize like, oh, can't do it. It doesn't work like that. It only works like this. Like that's how I found a lot of the like inconsistencies with stuff. Like that's how I found the TradingView, Tradeovate data thing. And I was like, wait a minute. And then I hit up TradingView and I've even screenshotted, I still have it. And I'm most likely I'm gonna put that in my video. Like I kept that. Like the lady I was talking to on TradingView, when I told her what was going on, she immediately told me, she was like, no, if you have data on Tradeovate, just go in and cancel your data on TradingView. You don't need both. And getting data from a broker makes more sense. But now that I'm over 2 years into trading, I do understand that you want to purchase your data from a broker, not from a trading platform. And it's all of those things that you don't understand when you're new. I didn't understand those. I didn't know that TradingView wasn't a broker. I didn't know that. But I learned it. So my point is that because I've done all of this stuff and made the mistakes and understand how processes and computers work, I think that's where the gift of what I can give. You know what I'm saying? And I know for a fact I can set anyone up and I can get you on the right path. That I know for a fact. The rest is going to be up to you. I can't back test for you. I can't demo trade for you. I can't give you the passion. I can't make you grind hard. I can't do any of that. So, but that I can do. Straight up. He said, from an IT guy, you're preaching now. Yeah, Jonathan, for real. Like seriously. And you know that, being an IT guy, like you know, Jonathan, that being in IT, we do stuff on purpose just to see if it's going to work or to see if we could break it. That's just the nature of what we do. That's how we're taught. That's how we learn stuff. We learn stuff by jacking stuff up. As crazy as that may sound. We trying to like make mistakes on purpose. We trying to like force something that you may not be able to force it. You may not be able to do it, but we gonna try. And then when it don't work, you'll be like, oh, that's why it don't work, because of this. And you got to do this, or it won't ever work like that because it ain't set up like that, like whatever that is. So, but yeah, I'm going to drop my, let me go in here real quick. Let me go in content. I'm gonna drop my little mentorship link. If anyone's interested, hit me up. And I can tell you, anyone that's done a mentorship with me, they'll tell you, like it was worth every penny. And I over-delivered. That's one thing that I said when I decided that I was going to start a live stream and do mentorships and all of that stuff and give back. Because honestly, a lot of this for me, this is my carbon footprint. You know what I mean? Period. Blum Machete will tell you. He knows. Blum Machete will tell you. It's right there what he's saying right there. Straight up. So that's my mentorship link. If you're interested, just hit it up and boom, like he said. Yep. You know how, and just to keep it 100, you know how many times I didn't take trades and missed trades because I was giving game? Anyone in the community that's been here, we're at episode 98. Yeah, we're at episode 98. 2 more episodes, we're gonna be at 100. Man, thank the Lord for that. That's a blessing in itself. But anyone that's been here will tell you that I've missed many trades, missed many entries because I'm giving game. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand that a lot of times in life, it's not always about you. Sometimes things in life are bigger than you, and you got to understand that. So when I decided to sit in this seat and be in the driver's seat until everybody get in, we about to go somewhere, and everybody got to trust me that I'm gonna drive and I'm gonna get us there safely. And that not only that I'm gonna get us there safely, but wherever we're going is gonna be a beautiful place. I had to understand that I had to be selfless. Now I could be selfish and be like, you know what, man, I got to take my trade and don't answer questions and don't give game. But sometimes you got to understand in life, stuff is bigger than you. That's just the way that it is. You got to understand that. And it ain't always about you all the time. I felt like at some point I'll get my trades in. Straight up. Just to keep it real, like I was consistently taking payouts every month. When I started this live stream, I have not taken a payout. And I know a lot of it is because I'm on stream. I'm focusing on the community. I'm not locked in like I normally was, because think about it. When I was just trading here, I'm not talking. It's quiet in here. You know what I mean? Like I said, I ain't got nobody in here, and I can just really just focus on my screens, and I'm locked in. But that's okay. That's not an excuse or saying that because of the community is the reason. Nah, it's my choice to decide. I've decided to do this, and this is what comes with it. So I am still learning how to navigate giving a game up, giving information, making sure everybody is, I'm setting everybody up for success, but also to trade and get my my payouts as well. And it's something I had to learn. I added a new dimension into my trading business. A live stream. That's a lot in itself. But I'm still doing it. It's slower, but it's all good. I ain't complaining. I'm just telling y'all like this is what I'm dealing with. But at the end of the day, it's not gonna make me stop doing a live stream. It ain't gonna make me stop giving up the game. I just got to work on being able to do both. The more and more I do this, just like I tell y'all, the more and more you do your back testing, your demo trading and all that, you're gonna get better, right? Repetitive, same thing with me. I'm gonna get better. I've been getting better. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much how I look at it. You know, it's life, and life is always a give and take. You know, that's just the way that it works. So I'm not tripping, but I'm getting better at it. Like I said, by next week, possibly by next week, or even if it's the week after, I'm gonna take a 10-band payout. Cool, no big deal. No big deal. Whenever it happens, it happens. But I'm diligently working, and I'm making sure that I stay on top of the things that's going to be important to get me to that point, at the same time giving up game to the community. So, yep. Sin know that. I'm going to put it up there. Sin know it. Sin know it. Yep. Yep. It's a sacrifice. Remember, I decided to do this. Ain't nobody say, Trent, you should go start a live stream. Nobody ever said that to me. I decided to do that. Being raised by grandparents, I was taught to help people. That's how I was taught. You know, you help people. Like that's the cloth I'm cut from. My grandmother was the type of woman, she would always say, if you see somebody hungry, baby, feed them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the cloth that I'm cut from. So that just applied to my life and a lot of other things. You know what I mean? And I am like that. If I see somebody on the street and they ask me for some food, I ain't gonna give you no bread. I'll take time out of my day. I'll go buy you a whole meal from wherever you want. I may not put $20 in your hand, because I ain't trying to help you get high. But if you hungry and you really hungry, hold on. What you want? I don't care what it is. What you want? I'm about to go get it for you. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Get full. That's the cloth I'm cut from. That's how I think. So at the end of the day, like I said, you got to understand that in life, sometimes things are just bigger than you. And also too, I'm gonna be honest too, when I took on this responsibility, like I didn't really know like where a lot of stuff was gonna, you know, like a lot of things that I was gonna deal with. I did do a lot of research, but still, this is a situation that you don't really truly know until you get in the driver's seat. And then you got all this stuff that you have to deal with, and you got to pivot. You got to figure out, I can't do things like that. I got to do things like this. Like, you know, it's a learning experience, but it's cool. I love it. I wouldn't trade it for nothing. And I'm in this seat for a reason. I don't think that any of this is by coincidence. So there it is. Oh no, never. I ain't never too good. Ever. I ain't never too good to give back. I don't even trip on stuff like that. Like, if I got some game, I'm gonna give it up. I don't gatekeep. I ain't never been like that. I ain't no hater. If I got some game, if something that could help you, I'm about to give it up to you. And there's times where you won't even have to ask. Literally. Like, that's just how I roll. Period. So other than that, if y'all don't have any questions, we've been on for a little over 2 hours, almost going on 2.5 hours. We're gonna get up out of here. I think today was another cool day, man. Dropped some really good gems today, helped out a lot of people and got people straight. That's the whole point of the live stream, is to get y'all straight, get y'all on the right path. And once I feel like once I set you up, it's like fly. You know what I'm saying? Like take all this information and run. You know what I'm saying? Get your setup, and then you're on the right path. All you got to do is just keep going. That's it, and keep putting in the work, and you'll get there. Straight up. So, Blood Machete, have a good one. And dog, appreciate you as well. For real, for real. Y'all know how I rock. So other than that, man, y'all have a blessed remainder of y'all day. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all as always. Shout out to the Edge Funder co-founders, my brothers, Juvier, Scalp God. Without them, we wouldn't be here. And other than that, man, if you want to get into the Genius Vault, just go into my page. I also dropped it into the comment section. And also drop my mentorship link. So if it's too many comments, just go onto my page. The join link for the membership, you'll see that right on the front page. If you need to get into the mentorship, just go in any one of the videos and just scroll in the description. It's there. And if you're not sure about something, just DM me. My DMs are open. If I don't hit you back right away, y'all know that I'll be going to get my little morning walks and doing my little stuff. So just give me time to hit you back. And also too, I'm in bed at 8:30 at night because I'm up at about 3:30 in the morning. I'm super disciplined and regimented. So if you send me a message, I usually shut all my stuff down by like 7:30, 7:45. If you send me a message around that time, I'm probably going to hit you back the next day. So just keep that in mind. Like I said, I'm in the bed at 8:30 and I get off my screens about around 7:30, 7:45 at the latest. Like I shut everything down. I'm not on computer anymore. I'm probably reading a book or something like that. All right. So like I said, have a blessed remainder of the day. I definitely see y'all tomorrow, and I'll see the rest of y'all in the Genius Vault. All right. Signing off. Yay.